Hi Taurus, welcome to your mid-February 2022 general love reading. This is your Girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Taurus. This will not resonate with every Taurus that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. If this reading is not for you at all, Taurus, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, cross watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in a Taurus. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Taurus and cross watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You are more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I will be using my sound bowl to clear and set the energy as always. So if you guys are listening to this using headphones or, the volume's up a little loud, I do suggest turning it down just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this going. All right. So, interestingly, what I heard when I was ringing that bell, that bowl, was there's something you need to know about me. Interesting. I don't know if there's someone you're talking to, started talking to, but I feel like you're going to start to see another side to them. What that side is, I don't know. Let's get into the cards and see what it is. But that was interesting, very specific. There's something you need to know about me. Alrighty, let's see. Tell me what's happening. Ooh, in Taurus's love life, mid to end February, second chance. And it says this relationship deserves a second chance. Taurus, someone's coming back. Someone wants you back. Someone doesn't want something to end with you. Someone has been missing you, wanting you, yearning for you. And I think you're going to see that they're stubborn. They're stubborn in trying to keep this alive between the two of you, that they haven't let you go, that they're wanting this opportunity. I'm seeing the letter S very strongly here, first, middle, last, initial, and maybe someone's name could have two S's. But whew, yeah, Taurus, they want another chance. This person's coming back. I can't control what cards fall on the table. I am only the messenger here. And I feel you've felt this person's energy very strongly. I feel even someone's unblocking you, like unblocking you from social media, from the contact list and their phone. And it's almost like when you saw that, for those of you this resonates with, like when you saw that they blocked you, you're like, damn, I didn't think it was that serious. They were really in their feelings about you and about how, I don't know, you decide to split things or you decide to just pull back, not to mess with it anymore. They got really hurt and they got really upset, and I think out of emotion they blocked you and you were kind of taken back by that. Okay. Interesting. Let's keep going. Let's see what else is coming through here. Who is this person? Ooh, I mean, the cards are in synchronicity here, and it says, I will soon come out of the dark. Yeah, this person has been creeping on your page for a while. Maybe they made fake accounts to add you because they didn't want to see that they were still watching you, that they still cared. Someone is like a habitual hoodie wearer, like they love to wear hooded sweaters. They have a hoodie up. Maybe this is you watching this video. I don't know. But yeah, I think that they've been trying to hide, but they haven't been doing a good job at it. I don't know if this is because you've been feeling their energy. You knew they were going to come back, they were going to return, but this is far from over, Taurus. I wonder if some of you were just, I don't know, I feel like when they did block you or they stopped talking, whatever happened, right? General, there is like unanswered parts of this situation that, like, again, I don't think you took to heart too much, but you were just kind of wondering what happened. It wasn't really clear. I think this person just likes to leave things in the dark a lot because they don't know themselves. They don't know how they want to handle things. And I think emotionally they're a little bit immature. So they're very impulsive emotionally. They react out of, you're just not used to this, Taurus. I feel you're very grounded. You're very chill. You go with the flow. If you're into me, great. If I'm not into you, I'll let you know. But like kind of like this very easy comes, easy goes type of person. And this person just, I don't know, likes to have things their way. I'm getting very strongly here. Likes to, they have this certain plan in their head of how everything should be, how everything should unfold. And if it doesn't meet that plan in their head, they kind of freak out unnecessarily. But I think they were just really hurt by you, Taurus, whether you meant to do it or not, or whether what you did was, calling for that reaction or needed that reaction. But they're coming back. Someone is out of the dark, out of the blue, because they still, despite their whatever reaction they had, they're still wanting another chance with you. Let's keep going. I saw the word baby, and I don't know if that's because they used to call you baby. That's how you used to call each other. Or someone kind of was being a baby about the situation. And instead of actually addressing it with you, they did all this. Interesting. Okay. Someone has great cleavage, by the way. Someone, not everyone obviously, but there's someone who likes to wear push-up bras, and it does help enhance. So let's go ahead and see. Maybe someone's gotten a boob job before. Let's see what the tarot has to say about this situation for Taurus. Tell me more. All right, here we go. Four of Swords, dead center of this. Yeah, Libra energy. Some of you could be dealing with the Libra. You could have Libra in your chart. It does not have to be the case in order for this to resonate. But yeah, you guys haven't been speaking to each other. You have been taking a break from one another. But they're going to end that. Let's keep going. Oh. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay, let's get this going. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. Scorpio energy coming through here. Yeah, you know what, Taurus? I feel like there was something that happened. I feel like it was a rescheduling of a date or a cancellation or something that really made someone just start to cry over spilled milk and overreact by blocking you. They get really emotional when it comes to you for some reason. And I feel with this is that now they have a lot of regrets and now they're a little bit embarrassed by the way they reacted, the way they've acted. And I think that this is their moment where they're trying to pick up the pieces. They're trying to salvage this connection and hope that it isn't as big of a mess as they made it. I do feel that they have a lot of regrets when it comes to you, regret handling their emotions with you, handling whatever fight or situation that kind of led to this departure in each other's lives. But they've been a kind of a mess since you guys stopped talking. Emotionally, they have not been well. They've been sad. They've been reminiscing. But the problem is that they've only been reminiscing on, what happened, not trying to do anything to fix it. Or this is what's been happening up until now, right? I even feel like they wanted to blame you, even though you weren't the person to blame. I feel like they wanted to, just be upset over what didn't work out. And that was it. I feel like they may have even told people like how you guys stopped talking, how everything ended, and that wasn't the accurate story. But now I feel, now that they've calmed down in some way, now that they're getting their emotions back together, they're realizing that they've messed this up in some sort of account. Now, finally, they're taking accountability for the way they reacted to the situation that happened between the two of you. Again, it's different, it's general, but you'll know what I'm talking about if this is for you. So now I feel like they're trying to build up an apology. I feel that there's still some things that they're not going to be willing to admit, but the end goal here is getting you back, Taurus. So let's get into this. Some of you could live by a park that has a water fountain. I'm seeing that very strongly. Or something about a park that you guys would hang out at, or anyway, someone lives by one. But at the center of this is the Four of Swords, Libra energy. Yeah, Taurus, I feel you're going to be a bit guarded with this. This person, I don't know, it just, you had hopes at one period of time, but for the fact of the way they reacted, it's kind of put you in this mode of like, do I even want to engage with this? I feel like when you're going to see their message, you're going to see them slide in, you're going to be like, oh God, how do I handle this? What should I do? What should I say? Do I respond? I feel a lot of you are going to like leave the message to breathe a little bit. And what I mean by that is like not even respond for a couple hours. Maybe that's kind of what you're going through right now, right? Maybe you received a missed call from them and still are wondering if you should call back or message back. But they're still going to be persistent even if you don't. Just want to let you know with that. Yeah, this person's very, very stubborn. But with the Four of Swords here, I feel you know that this isn't going to work. Oh, see my voice acting up here? Someone could have like a raspy voice or a very low voice. But like, you know that this isn't going to work unless they say the things they need to say. The apology you deserve, the, you know, the explanation of what happened, why it happened. That's kind of like what you know has to go down if this is going to work again. And that will be like the test, right? Are they really going to step up? If they're going to step up, they better do it all the way. You know, they got to walk up the whole flight of stairs, not just 2 little baby steps and think that's enough. But I think they're going to pick up on you not being as communicative, and I think they know why. And maybe even still, they may try to come back on some weird thing like, oh, you know, I was just thinking about you, and I remember that time when, or like, oh, I don't know, just like a really weird way of coming back in, messaging you that isn't addressing what needs to be addressed. I don't think you should let it slide, Taurus. If you do want to hear this person out, if you do want to see what this person is up to or why they're coming back, even though I do know why, you know why. But like, they really have to be upfront. They better come correct or not at all. That's where you're standing in this. What's crossing this is the Knight of Pentacles. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. They've, with the page, oh, did I say Knight? I'm sorry, Page of Pentacles. This is just the offer of the second chance. This is what they've been working on since you guys have been apart. They always knew they were going to come back. They just didn't know when, and they didn't know how. But now, for some reason, at the end of February, they know exactly how to readdress you, to approach you. They are going to offer taking you out. They're going to offer, you know, I even feel like for some of you, maybe their like loop back in is like, oh, I still have your jacket, or I still have your belonging that's at my house. And that's what's going to open the little loophole into getting back into your life. But Taurus, yeah, physically, I don't know, they miss everything about you. The way you look, the way you smell particularly. Someone has a really nice cologne, perfume, lotion even, that's scented, that you used to put on before you went to go see them, or vice versa, right? You know, they have this craving for you now. And they always did. But again, I think out of pride, they held back for the longest time, or out of the emotions they were going through with you. They weren't ready to bring this back forward, but here it is. And with the Page of Pentacles, I think they're going to ask you out again. Whether this is like ask you to get back together, or if it's to ask on a date so you guys could reconnect. They know how to please you, Taurus, in the physical sense. They know what you like to eat. They know what you like to drink, as far as wine goes, champagne goes, drinks goes. I feel like they know your order at certain places, at certain restaurants. I don't know why I'm seeing McDonald's, but I am. That may resonate for some of you, not all of you. But yeah, it's kind of like they've been thinking about it a lot, and they know who you are, and they know the way to get you back, and they're hoping to use that card, no pun intended, to rein you back in. Because why, Taurus? Let's talk about it. Crowning the reading is this Lovers. Gemini energy, but I also feel Taurus energy with this card for me as a reader personally. So yeah, I feel, Taurus, that despite their emotions, despite their immaturity, they're still in love with you. Very much in love with you. And they want you to themselves. They don't want to see you with someone else. They don't want you to be thinking of other people. They are totally fixated on being with you. They feel now is the right time to now address the situation, or to come back in your life, even if it's been a couple months, even if it's been a few weeks. For some reason, the right time wasn't before now. And I think that they are making a decision to come back into your life because they've been thinking about this a lot. And as they think about it, the emotion for you is very strong. The desire for you is very strong. And they do believe that you are meant to be in their life for a reason that has yet to be fulfilled. They're afraid you've moved on to someone else, or they're afraid you're interested in someone else, and that's why they're coming back right now as well. Whatever gave them the idea, if they saw you, dating, or like they've seen or heard about you dating perhaps, just putting that out there for someone. But they truly do think you're the person that they're meant to be with. Someone has, like, the last time you saw this person, or they know you to have really sexy black lingerie or black boxers, briefs. Maybe someone has black bed sheets or dark navy charcoal bed sheets. What's rooting this is the Six of Swords. This is Aquarius energy. So yeah, I feel what's motivating them is to make the situation right. That they've left a lot of things unsaid when they left. They weren't right mentally, I'm kind of feeling. In the situation where things left off between the two of you, whether that was due to stress, anxiety. But I think now they're in a better place. And there are 2 sixes here. So some of you could be seeing a lot of 6s. Your birthday could be May 6th, May 16th, perhaps April 26th for someone out there. But yeah, I think that they just will not be right within themselves unless they try to move forward with you one more time. There could be a relatively short distance between the two of you. I feel like you're only a 20-minute drive away, a freeway exit, away from this person. I feel that they're willing to drive the distance to come see you, whatever that means for some of you out there. But with the Six of Swords, they want to make this right with you. They're coming back for the reason of fully explaining themselves and explaining that they haven't been right since you guys have stopped talking. But this is like they're hoping that they could just come back with like an opportunity of going on a date, but don't let them slide on that. Don't let them slide on that. Really get to the issue, and I think you are going to hear their truth, even if they're nervous in telling you about it, stressed in telling you about it. But they still feel so attracted to you, bonded to you. And that's something they still haven't been able to shake. Someone wears like a silver chain necklace too. I'm picking up on. But they've made up their decision, and I think this has been long overdue for some of you. In the recent past, or in the past, between the two of you, has been the Queen of Swords. Libra energy again. Yeah, what I feel with this is that someone does have very strong boundaries here now because of what happened last time you saw them, last time you spoke to them. They know that they are going to skate on thin ice here with you when they return, and they know they deserve it to an extent. You know, they know that they have kind of blown things out of proportion, even for some of you, is a really good way to explain it. But you are kind of going to approach this situation, or have been preparing yourself if they are going to return. You know, I'm not going to be the same person I was, where I was very understanding, very willing, very open. They have certain tests to pass, you know. That's kind of what I feel. I feel, Taurus, that you're not doing this out of like vindictiveness. You're doing this because you need to make sure for yourself that this is still worthy of you, honestly. And that's not selfish. That's not, you know, something you should discredit yourself for. I think that there are certain boundaries you've developed now with this person returning, and you are like, I don't know, some of you just knew this person eventually was going to come back. And it's like, okay, what can I prepare to say now? You've been preparing what to say when this person returns. You're going to speak it. And I feel even for some of you, like, it's going to be a little stern. With this Queen of Swords too, again, for some of you, you may have been the ones to decide to pull back. Something they did that did annoy you, piss you off, was the reason why you kind of cut a bit of time and energy into this, and they were really upset by it. They thought you were cold. They thought you were distant. They thought you just, you know, dropped them like it's hot and ran away. And that's what's kind of them realizing, maybe I approached this the wrong way at Taurus. Instead of logically explaining myself where they would have received me a bit more, I kind of freaked out. And now Taurus is suspicious of me. They get why. Now, I do feel this for some of you. If it's not your message, don't take it, right? But I feel that some of you were hoping this person would step up, because I do think with the Lovers crowning this, you did see something out of this person that you did really enjoy. That there was a side of them that you really did like. But then they kind of flipped the script and changed the tables, and it kind of took you back a bit. So you're hoping that, you know, there's something that they've been working on this entire time. And you're hoping that they will actually use this so you guys can be together. There's someone that likes to use gel in their hair. What you need to know about this connection, about this person, I'll pinpoint it, is the Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. So yeah, Taurus, they have been admiring you. They know you have it all. They know that, you know, they kind of do respect in some way, even though if they did feel a little sensitive, a little hurt, that you just picked up yourself and kept going. You aren't going to show them your weakness. You are thriving. You are glowing. You dress really nicely. They love the way you dress. They love your style. Even if it is just in, like, you know, bicycle pants, workout clothes, pajamas, you still look good. But you've been independent. You've been holding your boundaries, and you haven't been settling for less. And I think that's kind of what's been urging them to reach out to you more, is this attraction of who you are You are someone that has it all. You are someone that isn't going to be clingy, that isn't going to need a response from them, that you just keep doing you. You still focus on your own well-being. You've been doing great for yourself from what they've witnessed on your social media or what they've heard about you. You're independent, and they do like that about you. So, I think they are looking to take you off the market. They don't want you to be anyone else's. So that's why they're coming back as well. They want you all to themselves. Well, anyway, Taurus, to see the likely outcome from this situation and what's likely to happen unfold when they do come back, how should you respond? How are they going to come back? What are they going to say? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to see the likely outcome of this situation. And I'm going to pull some oracle cards as well to dive deeper into this, what they're likely to do, what this all means for you, what's the purpose of them coming back. So if you'd like to join me for that extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Taurus, I really hope that this has resonated with you in some way. If it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Taurus, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Taurus.